Let us discuss few more questions on advanced ruling asked in past examination. The authority for advanced ruling has the power for compelling the production of the books of accounts, examine the correctness or otherwise of the statement. So definitely the statement is correct because AAR is having all those authorities or powers which are there with civil courts, isn't it? So we have to discuss those powers. The statement is correct. Under section 245U, the authority for advanced ruling shall have all the powers vested in civil courts under Code of Civil Procedures 1908 as referred in the section 131. According to, the authority for advanced ruling shall have the same powers which are vested in court or under the civil code procedure when trying the suit. Trying means when listening to the suit and on the following matters, namely discovery and inspection, enforcing the attendance of any person including any officer of a banking company and examine him on oath, compelling the production of books of accounts and other documents, and issuing commissions. Therefore, the authority for advanced ruling has the power of compelling the production of books of accounts. Now we have remembered this power with the abbreviation of DACI, okay, or you can also say ABCD. So what do you mean by ABCD? To remember, okay, A for attendance of any person including bank officer. So B means production of books of accounts. A means attendance, B means production of books of accounts. C means issuing commissions, so issuing some commissions or summons, and D means discovery and inspection. So power of ABCD is there. Therefore the power of compelling books of accounts is obviously there, which is included in court's civil power. Yeah, therefore the advanced ruling has the power of compelling the production of books of accounts. Next question. The term advanced ruling includes within its scope determination by the authority for advanced ruling only in relation to transaction undertaken by a non-resident applicant. Examine the correctness of the statement with reference to the provision of income tax 1961. Now they are saying who can go to AAR? They are saying only NR can go to AAR, which is absolutely wrong because there are 4 more situations where R can go in respect of the liabilities of NR. Then R can go and get the AR in respect of the transaction which is having transaction value exceeding 100 crore. Then R can go and take the ruling when R is the PSU, when it is the notified resident, when it is a public sector undertaking, PSU, public sector undertaking, of which case is pending before income tax authorities. Then fourth, R can go when it is impermissible avoidance arrangement, to check whether it is impermissible avoidance arrangement or not. So right now as per amended, even R can go. It's not only NR who can seek the advance ruling, even resident can seek the advance ruling. The statement is not correct, and obviously the question is on applicant, so you have to read, you have to write all the provisions of applicant. So I'm not reading those points again in detail. You can just go to it. Even resident applicant can go in relation when the liability is more, like transaction value is more than 100 crore, when it is cases pending before income tax authority, that is public sector undertaking, okay, any person resident in relation to liability of a non-resident. Next question. An Irish company Fee PLC entered into a contract with the Indian company Beta Limited. So foreigner entering into Beta Limited for provision for technical know-how and made an application to advance ruling on the rate of withholding tax on a receipt from Beta Limited. So who has made the application? NR has already made an application, okay, for the provision of TDS. So what will be the TDS application when they make the payment? Beta Limited had also made an application, okay, already this foreign company has made application to AAR that what will be the TDS rate on which Beta will deduct our TDS. Now Beta Limited had also made an application to assessing officer for determination of the rate at which the tax is deductible on the said payment. You know that under section 195 there is a power to check the TDS rate, cross check the TDS rate with the income tax officer, so that there will not be any dispute in future and there will not be any consequences that Beta has to face in future. So on the safer side they can go and take the application. So both have made the application. That's a contradicting, isn't it? The authority for advance ruling rejected the application of fee PLC on the ground that the question raised in the application is already pending before the income tax authority. Is the rejection of the application of fee PLC justified in the law? Obviously, this is based on one of the case law. Let's look at the answer. The issue came up before the AR in the case of Nuclear Power Corporation India Limited. So, Nuclear Power Corporation NPCI or NPCL, you can remember like that, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, very, very important case law. This discussed the power. This is on power of, please understand, power of AAR. Can AAR do so? This is the actual question. Wherein it was held that advance ruling is not only applicant specific but also a transaction specific. The advance ruling on transaction entered into or undertaken by the applicant. That's why section 245A specifics that ruling is binding on the applicant and the transaction and the PCIT and CIT and those subordinate to him and not only on the applicant. Okay, so they are saying it is not only for future transaction, it is also applicable for already executed transactions. What is barred by the first proviso to section 245R subsection 2 of the Act in the context of clause 1 thereof, meaning thereby some section they are referring, don't go into the section where the question raised in the application is already pending. This is the phrase that they are talking about. The question raised in the application is already pending before any income tax authority. If the question is already pending, then that is barred. You know, you cannot go to AR when the Supreme Court and High Court and IT is discussing the same question. The significance of the dropping of the word in applicant case from 1st June 2000, we don't know that particular amendment, so don't ignore that word, cannot be wholly ignored. On the basis of the view expressed by the AR in above case, explaining the impact of the dropping the words in applicant's case, with the effect from 1st June 2000, the view can be taken that AR can reject, that means their power, they are talking about power, AR is having power to reject. AR can reject the application made by the fee PLC before the AR on the ground that the similar issue is pending before the AO. Let's listen to the AO, what AO has to say. Why are you wasting our time and your money? Okay, in respect of the same transaction, that is provision of technical know-how to Beta Limited. So what did you learn in the last question? Yes, as per NPCL case, AR is having power, it is having power to reject the application when the matter is related to TDS and which is already pending in respect of the AO, in the front of AO. So this is very important judgment. You have to remember this judgment so far as AR is concerned. Thank you.